You may not realize it, but trillions of microscopic organisms, or microbes, call the human body home. These tiny microbes live on and in us, outnumbering our human cells 10 to 1. 95% of these microbes live in our gut and even have a name, the gut microbiome. Scientists are actively studying the relationship between our gut microbiome and our health, and what they've discovered is life-changing. Scientific studies have shown that our gut microbiome is essential to our health and happiness, and there's a lot of reasons why. First, gut microbes keep us healthy by educating and training our immune system to fight off invaders. This boosts your body's ability to deal with toxins, allergens, or harmful microorganisms. Want to know what else lives in your gut? 70% of your body's immune cells. This means when your gut is healthy, it can improve your overall health by leaps and bounds. We also have these microbes to thank for their ability to produce essential vitamins like B12, folate, and vitamin K. Hello, health. Secondly, gut microbes secrete neurotransmitters like GABA, dopamine, and mood-boosting serotonin, 90% of which is produced in the gut. So if you are looking to improve your mood, you've come to the right place. Good microbes have the ability to reduce stress hormones and anxiety. Hello, happiness. Lastly, gut microbes can also help keep our weight in check. Good gut microbes, like Akkermansia, play a critical role in metabolism, impacting how much energy we burn and how much fat we store. But that's not all. Gut microbes are also vital for digestion and help us break down nutrients to fuel our bodies. So, how do our gut microbiomes get so unhealthy? Well, things like antibiotics, poor diet, high sugar, artificial sweeteners, soda, processed foods, and food additives strip our bodies of these important microbes. You add even more damage if you're under stress, don't get enough sleep, and you aren't exercising enough. Bloating, discomfort after meals, constipation, excess gas, and even bad breath are signs of something called dysbiosis, which means your gut is out of whack. If you are suffering from these conditions, you aren't alone. Dysbiosis affects 3 out of every 5 adults in North America. The good news is that you can get your gut back in balance and reaping the benefits of those amazing gut microbes. And good gut health is closer than you think. First, feed those good microbes with prebiotic fibers. Then seed your gut with good microbes found in probiotics. You can find these in supplements and in foods like yogurt. By doing this, you'll be able to nurture and grow your own complex and invisible community that is essential to your health. Bottom line, when your gut microbiome thrives, it means a healthier and happier you.
So again, the tools are there to help give you everything just so you can share, so you don't have to learn it. Now, what I'm going to be covering this afternoon, if you go to the product info sheets that we have in your Shareables library, the information that I'm sharing is there. A lot of the information that you're going to see that I'm sharing is also in our new catalog that's going to be available right after the conference. So make sure to use the tools. They really, really will help you duplicate your business quicker and faster. So let me talk about your microbiome a little bit more. And I want to use an analogy because analogies are really easy to share. So as we know, research really shows that your microbiome can play a crucial factor in our weight, and it's key to vibrant health. Your gut is a veritable garden of life. When you care for your garden, your health flourishes. When you don't care for it, your health plummets. And I want you to think of your gut as your inner garden, and you're the gardener. So what do you need to do with your garden? You need to weed, seed, feed, and protect. And we want to weed with BioCleanse and ProBio 5. You want to seed with Vital Biome. You want to feed it with Slim. And you want to protect it with X Factor Plus. So let me go through the very first step, which is weed. So, weeds. Those are the bad microbes and intestinal yeast that create dysbiosis. The dysbiosis is affecting 60% of us. Weeding is hard work. You have to keep at it every single day. Things you need to do is eliminate the sugar. And that includes alcohol, bad news. There's a lot of sugar in alcohol. Because bad microbes and yeast thrive on sugar. You want to avoid gluten because gluten damages the gut lining. You want to avoid processed foods because that harms the good bacteria in your system. You want to take Probio 5 because that helps keep intestinal yeast in balance. Very important. You need to take BioCleanse because it helps clean the GI system and remove those harmful microbes that are in there. So step number 2 is seed. You want to replenish the good guys. That's so important. Too many of us have bad microbes in our system. That's that dysbiosis I keep talking about. You want to shift the balance from the bad to the good, and you want to seed your gut garden with probiotics. Probiotics will rebalance your microbiome and help inhibit the growth of bad bacteria and yeast. So it's really important to seed with more probiotics in your system. And you have to keep reseeding. There are lots of assaults that happen every single day to us, and you've got to keep your good microbes thriving every single day. The third step is to feed. Now, prebiotics are fibers that are food for good microbes that thrive in that environment. They're like superfood for your gut garden. That's how you want to think of it, superfood. The prebiotics increase levels of good microbes in just a few days. You'll really start getting those benefits quickly. However, those benefits can disappear in just a week if you remove prebiotics from your diet. So your good microbes need the food, and you need to keep feeding it. So that's really, really important to keep feeding your gut. The fourth step is to protect. And this is very, very important. When we eat red meat and a lot of processed foods, harmful compounds are produced as protein is digested. And those harmful compounds can include things like ammonia, and it can be very damaging to your gut. And we want to keep our gut healthy. And so trying to manage the Western diet is a really important thing where X Factor Plus can really help. Polyphenols, like those that are in X Factor Plus, reduce the production of these harmful compounds. Polyphenols also increase lactic acid. That lowers gut pH, and that's an environment bad bacteria don't like. So that's another reason you need to protect your microbiome at the same time. Now, your microbiome can be damaged very, very quickly. And let me talk about that for a second. One course of antibiotics, just one, can hurt your microbiome for an entire year. A high animal fat, high sugar diet can shift your microbiome in just 24 hours. Poor sleep can reduce certain types of good microbes by 50%. And chronic stress, as I talked about yesterday, can damage your gut, and it can damage your gut's intestinal lining, which is a big deal. And as we know, the great news is that Plexus can help. So let's talk about our newest product. And I'm going to pick on Vital Biome for a second. Not all probiotics are alike. You need to select strains that can survive the journey through the GI system, including stomach pH and bile acid. The other thing is you have to select strains that adhere to the gut wall. They have this ability to hook on to the gut lining, and that's really important because that's how they communicate with your immune cells and help upregulate the things that keep us healthy. So the other thing you need to do is look for clinically studied strains that have measurable health benefits. So let's take a look more closely about what's in Vital Biome. First of all is Lactobacillus. Lactobacillus is a very important good microbe that lives in your digestive system. It produces lactic acid, which makes your GI system more acidic, which again keeps the bad bacteria out and helps keep your yeast levels in control. It also helps for the digestion of food, and it supports your immune system. In fact, it stimulates NK cells, which are natural killer cells, to help counter bad microbes. Vital Biome has 3 strains of Lactobacillus in it, and they're specifically selected because they can survive through the GI system, they adhere to the gut wall, and they have incredible clinical studies behind them. So let's take a closer look on them. So there are 3 strains. We have Lactobacillus acidophilus NCFM. There are 100 scientific studies on this particular strain. 50 of them are human studies. It creates an antimicrobial compound to improve gut health. That's what this particular strain is very, very good at doing. We also have Lactobacillus helveticus R52. There are 82 studies with this particular strain. 45 of them are human clinical studies. It's been clinically demonstrated to reduce feelings of stress and anxiety, creating the happiness side of Vital Bio. Very important strains. Then we also have Lactobacillus plantarum, LP115. There are 4 scientific studies on this. This also produces lactic acid, which helps keep those bad microbes in check. So let's